What's going on, guys? Today we have the updated cornerback tier list. Before we get started, of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. We are still posting daily Madden 24 content, gameplays, tier list, best cards to buy, best budget cards. I'll be making a couple of those videos at the end of this week. We do have a kind of a loaded content schedule, but I do expect that to obviously slow down as we turn to the dog days, the summer of Ultimate Team, which if you've been here before, you know it gets dark some days. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. 60% of you guys are actually not subscribed, so that's you. Change that. Hit the subscribe button. And of course, we are live almost every single night over on Twitch. I'll be live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're not following, make sure you are. Link in the description. But of course, let's get started. And the card I want to get started with is Nate Wiggins. I normally don't talk about these lower overall cards when we're in the end game at this point, but Nate Wiggins is really good for man-to-man guys, and his price is continuing to fall. Hopefully he turns to he's almost in budget range, to be honest. I mean, like 100K-ish end game is pretty, it's not that. I mean, I could see him hitting like 75K, which is pretty crazy. But Nate Wiggins, 99 speed, good man, good zone, good size. Not a great tackler. That's probably the only real issue with the card. And also the lack of, I guess, KOs would hurt this card too. But I really like one step ahead for 1 AP. This is a very unique ability, as only Terrion Arnold and Nate Wiggins get 1 AP one step ahead. Obviously, if you're watching this video, maybe 2 weeks from now, there might be a couple more because we're into the end game here in Madden 24. But the problem with Terrion Arnold is his speed. 96 speed is not great. You kind of got to have him on a Lions team in order for the card to be super elite. And you're going to see that as we see him down here behind me at D tier. But Nate Wiggins, basically a plug-and-play 99 speed, good size, one step ahead, 1 AP, one step ahead corner. I mean, that's insane. So I am going to put Nate Wiggins actually at B tier. And this is, by the way, the upgraded Rondé Barber with the discounted abilities now. But that is Rondé Barber right there. And Nate Wiggins, I think, falls at B tier. And you're going to see, again, we're in the end game of Madden. You could really use any of these cards on a theme team right now. Like any of them, they can all play pretty much. Like even Emmanuel Forbes, I think it's not. And I know for a fact Martin Emerson, wherever he is, gets 99 speed on the Browns team, for an example. So you can use these cards on their theme teams and stuff like that. Anyone on this tier list. So yeah, any of these guys can play. It's just a matter of what your team build looks like. It's obviously going to be all different for you. For me, when I rank these cards, I rank them based off of no theme team, no boost, nothing like that. Unless we're talking about the Ring of Honor cards, I do actually consider what they look like with their captain or Ring of Honor champion boost or whatever it is. So let's get on to the next card, which is going to be Jalen Ramsey. Okay, so Jalen Ramsey, he could have been much better than what he really was. And instead of me trying to decipher zone more important or man, or is he a better zone than I'm not doing that. I'm just going to do as far as how they are as a man corner, where do they end up on the tier list. That can get a little tough as far as ranking cards over each other, which I do, left to right. But Ramsey, I think, is a man-to-man corner. His stats really carry him, and his size and his ability to tackle really do carry this card. Because as a man corner, I mean, deep routes, cool, pick artist is good. Bench press doesn't do what it used to do. It's decent, but you got to play press man, and if you're playing press man, you're really putting yourself at a major disadvantage, as streaks this year kill man coverage, okay? They really do, especially press man coverage. If you see it one time, it's a touchdown, pretty much. Bench press does limit that a little bit, but it's just not worth it over a pick artist. But I think deep route, for me, man, I like just having a bunch of KOs. Even with pick artists, picks are very clunky this year. KOs are the frustrating thing. So if you are a man-to-man player, you want to have probably either deep route or short route or deep route. I don't love mid route, so that's another thing. But deep route, mid route, but just one KO with kind of a lackluster ability. You're going to see people don't really love in this card, but I guess those guys actually were. But if you play man-to-man, he's not my favorite man-to-man corner. I feel like man-to-man corners are kind of down right now, as there really isn't anything too crazy as far as man-to-man goes. And I think, yeah, we're going to put Ramsey. I think Ramsey ends up kind of behind Bo. I like Bo more as a man-to-man guy, because also Bo does get the dual threat X factor, which gives him KOs in zone and man. So do consider that. Bo can tackle well, which Ramsey can too. But I would actually lean Bo over Jalen Ramsey, to be honest with you. And I think that might cause some things, because Ramsey's a golden 99 and Bo's just a measly 96. But it just goes to show you how good the combine cards are, and how a combine team can literally last you until Madden 25. And I've been saying this, and they're all really good buys as well. Not to promote the combine team as probably the best theme team right now to buy and use, but they're very good. Okay, let's go on a man-to-man cornerback run here. So Marshawn Lattimore, I do like a lot. 6 foot, 98 speed. The reason why I like him is because he does get the deep route or medium route, or deep route or short route or deep route or medium routes. I like that versatility a lot. And I also like the deep zone versatility too, because there's some guys like me, I'll mix in man-to-man coverage, but I also run some zone too. So I like having both of them, and obviously you're able to do this at the end of the year. Like middle of the year, you kind of have to stick to like one scheme because your other scheme won't be as effective because you can't get guys that do both. But Marshawn Lattimore can do both. Deep zone, and I wish he got deep zone, deep route. I like that combo a lot, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, good as a man-to-man corner. I like his KOs a lot. The only thing that to me would put Ramsey over is the tackling, and I think the stats are a little bit better, and even the size a little bit better. So, you know, I think that's definitely the debate between Ramsey and Lattimore, but these cards are actually very similar to each other. And again, I think Lattimore gets the better abilities, but I think Ramsey has the better stats. So it comes down to whatever you believe in. And for me, I believe in stats. I mean, abilities over stats. It's been like that for like 3 years, 2 years, whatever, 3 years, 4 years, I think at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. But these cards are very, very close to each other, in my opinion. Next up, we got Jalen Johnson. This one is kind of a weird one because of one stat, and that is the impact block. Like, why is it 97 impact block? If he's a good run support guy, I feel like he should have better tackling and hit power, but whatever. 6 foot, 193. Can play man, can play zone. That's standard. 98 speed, 98 acceleration, but it's the abilities. Again, we're talking really focusing on abilities here in the end game because that's what sets cards apart or makes them better, because abilities would matter the most. But for his abilities, he's able to get deep route and deep zone. I wish he had deep zone here because then he would be a very good man and zone guy, but they kind of limit you. But you can cater it to how you use the card and how you play the card. If you're not gonna play man, then just run acrobat, okay? Then you can choose whatever zone KO you want, whether it's deep out or, you know, deep zone, which if you're playing him deep, put that on him. If you're playing him in the slot, and put flat zone or mid zone, wherever you drop him, that's what you should do, right? So it gives you that flexibility, which I really like. And if you play man and zone, like someone like me who mixes it in, which man's becoming a little more, I've seen a lot more man recently. I like the ability to have, say you play him in the slot and you want to go deep route, mid zone. I think that's a good setup. Deep route, flat zone, deep route, deep route, deep KO. Like, that's a good setup to me. So with that being said, Jalen Johnson, I'm going to put him up here. I like his flexibility a lot. I think he's a very slept on card in this game, mainly because of that price tag. A lot of guys don't even think about these cards because they're a million coins, but he is very good. Is he worth a million coins? Probably not, but hopefully he gets a redux on Friday. Hopefully. That'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. And next man up, another man-to-man guy, is Champ Bailey. Okay, Champ Bailey, 99 speed. Like, okay, I'm not even saying the stats, just golden ticket stats pretty much, besides the tackling. Like, these are crazy end game stats, you know what I mean? Catching traffic, which does actually kind of matter. But against the run, he's decent. Look, kind of low tackling, but good pursuit, stuff like that. But the abilities on this card, right? What's he going for, by the way? 2 million he's going for? Oh, hell no. This card's 2 million? Oh my, damn, what? There's no way that can't cloud my judgment on this card. I just don't think, okay, his only man KO is medium route KO. This is a prime example of just abilities just massacring a card. And again, abilities over stats, abilities over stats. And like, could I even argue Sauce over this guy? Like, I really think I would be able to. Sauce gets 98 speed, 99, 90, 98 speed. It's not, we're splitting hairs between speed right there. Sauce at least gets deep zone. I think I might actually go Sauce over Champ Bailey. PS2, I don't know. I didn't even compare Champ to these guys. I didn't think he would end up this low. But after just, sometimes I do this the night before usually, and Pat Certain, and just kind of talking through the things makes my judgment a little different when I say it out loud. But even these abilities are debatably better. I mean, yeah, deep route, short route, deep zone, short route, deep. That's probably better. The only difference is here is it's actually a 2-speed difference. I think this one's pretty equal between these two, but Champ Bailey was done dirty, and he deserves justice because 2 million for his card, and he gets those abilities. I mean, I feel like the draft promo was just done lazy this year. That's the end of it. I just think it was. I love the draft mode. It was awesome, but the cards were a little late. Okay, a little lazy. Okay, let's be honest. And we have all these legends. Champ Bailey, right? You got Champ Bailey, Jalen Ramsey, two just amazing cornerbacks. as far as man-to-man guys go. Bo Jackson, not even a cornerback, but he's good at man-to-man, right? The number one guy, out of all the man-to-man primary guys, I would have to go with Fred Williamson. The man is 6'3", can tackle pretty well, can play man, can play zone, speed, it's all there. Does also get a one step ahead Showtime X Factor, which I don't really recommend, but you can run it if you really are in that man-to-man life. But right here, three abilities, and gets the ability for bench press if you want to run it. If not, you're able to go flat zone. He's a very good slot corner, deep route, short route, flat zone for 2 AP, or even deep route, pick art. Whatever you want to do, it's really up to you with Fred Williamson, but just a really good card, good abilities, and I hope that we start seeing more man-to-man corners kind of look like this as we go on here throughout the year. I'm happy that they've waited on Darrelle Revis to get a card because I'm expecting it to probably be like a UL or something like that. And they've been really juicing cards recently. So hopefully we get a man-to-man Revis. That would be ideal. Revis is the greatest man-to-man corner of all time. And they give him maybe deep zone, short route, medium route for like 2 AP. That would be great. For the man-to-man guys, getting every single man KO would be amazing. Not even Fred does that, but I still think Fred, fortunately, is going to end up at A tier. Okay, best man-to-man primary guy, still at A tier. And I think man-to-man guys went ahead a little bit, but now they're way behind. They're way behind now, and the zone corners have definitely taken the lead here. Okay, now we can talk zone corners, okay? They're all gone. All the man-to-man guys are gone. I don't know why I'm talking about man-to-man guys like that. I've been a man-to-man guy this whole year. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm doing that. But DaRon Bland, okay? This card's very good. 6 foot. He's had good cards all year. Man zone over 90. Decent tackling stats, good speed, all that good stuff. What's going on there? But the zone abilities, man, they're beautiful. Deep zone with the ability to choose between flat zone or mid zone. Sign me up, okay? Deep zone with the ability to choose, or to just go flat zone, mid zone, and you turn this man to a Chris Harris, but he's not as good as Chris Harris, and we'll discuss that in a second because Chris Harris does get a very, very important ability that I love very much. But DaRon Bland, S tier cornerback. Very good card, okay? DaRon Bland's a stud. Wait, I'm sorry, I lied. This is another primary man-to-man card. Denzel Ward, okay? He's very good. He's actually on my team right now. Wait, no, he's not. No, I think I sold him. Wait, do I still have him? I don't know if I still have him or not. I don't remember. I think I might. I think I do. I don't know, but when I had him on my team, he played well, okay? Because I think I took him out. I think he's still on my team. I think he is. But 98 speed. He can tackle very well. That's why I like this card. He actually hits very well, which is weird for a Denzel Ward card, but man zone, it's all there, right? You know, good speed, all that stuff, right? It's great. But the abilities, I guess he's not primary zone because yeah, I do still have this card actually. He's not primary man, but he's able to get deep route, medium route. I tried that for a little bit, didn't love it, but I like deep route, mid zone KO. Again, I mix man and zone up, so playing him in the slot, letting him run with deep stuff. When I want to play man to man, he's in the slot. He's manning up. If someone comes out and trips, he mans up the slot guy. Things like that. Even like man is actually a very good thing to even like. Even if you're not running mainly man coverage in zone, there's still good adjustments against certain formations where you want to man up somebody, and it's nice having that KO. So I like deep route, mid zone on Denzel Ward with good tackling. If you want to commit to zone and play him in the slot, you can obviously go mid zone pick artist for free. But I like his flexibility. A very good card with good stats. I forgot to mention him for some reason. That's on me. But I'm going to put Denzel Ward up here in front of Charles Peanut Tillman. And next up, we have the first of our no-fly zone cornerbacks. So, to me, Talib, he's weird. And again, like I've been saying, abilities over stats, and maybe even height. But I think on DBs, it's actually, like, it's not crazy to say because zone KOs are so good. Like, it doesn't matter if you're 4'1". I guess if you're covering distance, it makes a difference. But you know, it's very fractional when it's 3 inches, right? But it doesn't matter what height you are, as long as you have the zone KOs, you're gonna make the KO every time. It doesn't matter. So Aqib Talib, he has a little bit of man in his game, which is good for the man-to-man guys out there if you want to go deep route, medium route. Again, I don't like medium route, but I do like deep route, deep zone. I think that's a cool setup. You play him on the outside, let him cook, let him go crazy, let him snatch chains on the sidelines. Let him do that. But I also really, really like Secure Tackler on this card. I think it's very, very good. And Secure Tackler is turning out to be one of the better cornerback abilities. You come across Angry Runs Bo Jackson, Eric Dickerson. We're probably going to get more and more as the year goes on here, especially in the end game. But having corners that can actually stop these guys by just hitting A is great. Secure Tackler counteracts Angry Runs and Freight Train. So Secure Tackler on corners is very, very important. And even outside of that, it's just good for stopping the ball. Like, it's just, even if you're not facing an Angry Runs guy, secure for free, still great. So Hakeem Talib, man zone, again, he's kind of like Jalen Johnson that they shot up with not tranquilizer, steroids. Oh, horse. I was thinking of horses. That's what I was thinking of. But Hakeem Talib, great card. Not like crazy, but like he's good. He's very good. Very good card. I don't know why I said he wasn't crazy. He's literally like a top 6 corner in the game, 7 corner in the game. I don't know why I said that. Sometimes I just, whatever. But Chris Harris. Okay, Chris Harris is the man we're talking about here. 5'10". People might be like, whoa, what are we doing here? But 98 speed. And Y2K teams, very easy to build right now. Very easy, not that expensive, as you can see. Man, zone, can tackle fairly well, but none of this matters because he has secure tackler for free and is able to get flat zone and mid zone for free as well. So as a slot corner, being able to support the run, being able to KO everything from 5 yards to what, 20-ish, somewhere in there? From 0 to 20 yards, like KO everything, and this card plays he plays the ball surprisingly well. There's been a couple times where I'm like, oh, he's short, he won't get to that. Only an interception is going to work here, and he gets to it. So I really haven't had any complaints with Chris Harris Jr. I think he's one of the best cornerbacks in the game right now, despite only being 5'10". To me, he's kind of like the Palomalu of the corners, where Palomalu gets all those crazy zone KOs, but he's small, might get not overlooked, but people like that card because of the zone KOs. I think Chris Harris is very much like that. Affordable, great buy, can stop the run. He should be your slot corner. He's probably, we'll see. I'm not going to put a label on him yet, but we'll see at the end. He'll end up being top 5. I think he's better than Tariq Woolen, and we should probably talk about Tariq Woolen in this video. So why is Tariq Woolen still so high, even though he came out in February? 98 speed is clear, man zone, and can tackle very well. 6'4", of course, it's going to keep you relevant for a while, but it's the X factors too. The ability to have reinforcement, I think, is crazy. Even if you're playing man, reinforcement will work, and reinforcement helps against the run. It's not going to help you tackle better, but it'll help you shed better if you are having problems against the run. And again, he's got decent tackling stats, and you can dive tackle with him. He's big, he's long, pause, but you know what I'm saying. And then for the abilities, he's able to get deep zone, mid zone, deep zone, flat zone, whichever you want to do there, which I like that flexibility with his build, with his speed, with the X factors, with the decent tackling stats. I think does still put him into the top 5. I think he's still there, even though the card came out in February. It's May. He's still top 5. It's stupid, crazy how stupid good how Tariq Woolen's still up here, man. I don't know. If you bought him back then, he's still going crazy. And next up, we have the 99 overall cornerback Brian Branch. Actually, pretty cool that they did switch his position, as he kind of plays both, but it's kind of cool to see a different position on him, I think. I think it's pretty cool. But he can obviously still play safety, as now he's a cornerback that can tackle like that, which I love. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any tackling things to support it, so an angry runs will still put him on his back, no matter what, no matter who it is, if you don't have a secure. But abilities are pretty good. I like mid zone, flat zone for free, which is great. But again, doesn't have secure tackler that Chris Harris has. But he is also 6 foot, so he has a better height. So you can really debate. Obviously, we're in the S tier. You can really debate anyone over anyone, really, pretty much. I would listen to it. But deep zone, you can go deep zone, mid zone, like whatever you want to do. I mean, he's great. He's a great card, very well rounded. And I would probably still, again, I put the abilities over the stats. The hit power is nice at DB. It's very nice, but secure tacklers are great. Although I would argue that Branch does get better abilities than Talib as far as zone goes. So I would actually probably go with this. I would go Talib over Branch. Yeah, let's do that. That satisfies. No, Branch over Talib. My bad, I switched them. Yeah. Next up, we have just a tough one to rank, okay? Just tough because Deion cards struggle so bad against the run. They really do. They get pancaked. They get taken out. When I see a Deion Sanders on one side of the field, the RPO's coming your way, okay? The run's coming your way, Deion. Get ready to tackle. That's all I'm going to say. But honestly, crazy good stats. Speed. In coverage, he's one of the best, okay? He's one of the best in coverage. And he does get return man too, pretty big. And for the abilities, he's a zone and man guy. Whether you can go deep zone, mid zone, or even short route, mid zone is actually a pretty good combo for like a slot guy, which I like. But he has good setups. That's the moral of the story here with Deion Sanders. He's just a monster in coverage. You run the ball his way, the dude's a non-factor, which ultimately to me does kind of put him down a little bit. I do like his abilities more than like Talib or Deion is honestly a tough one. It really is. It really makes, because the secure tackler, there's so much value there. Deep zone, no mid zone, deep route. There's no short route on him. I might actually lean Deion Sanders over Talib, and I think Brian Branch will be in our top 5 today when it's all said and done. I think he will be. I think he deserves it. But Deion's flexibility is big time. I think that's a big deal, but the run support is what scares me. I think Deion's better in coverage than Talib as far as flexibility with abilities go. Talib's honestly better in run support. I mean, honestly, these two are even pretty, like, we're in S tier. We're splitting hairs. The name might be blinding me here. It might be. I don't know, but I'll put Deion in front of Talib. I'll do that. Talib moved down a little bit. I think I actually had, no, I didn't have Talib in the top 5. I didn't have it. But let's get on to the next card. Okay. Nnamdi Asomugha, I'm going to be transparent here. I had him at number 2. I think I'm going to change. I really think I'm going to change. He's got a great build. He's 210, but really is a non-factor in the run, right? Non-factor in the run game. Crazy physicals, crazy coverage stats. And even though he's a man-to-man corner, he does actually get some pretty good zone abilities. Outside shade's cool. It's cool. But deep zone, probably the setup would be deep zone, pick artist, and flat zone, which is a very good combo right there. If you're playing man, though, with this card, which you probably shouldn't, like, that's why you're running outside shade to begin with. He doesn't get any man abilities. So I was originally going to put him at number 2, but I really think now I'm going to put him, like, here. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy with that because I feel like he doesn't have the craziest ability setups. I mean, you can put him in the right situation in your scheme, but I think if you're playing him deep, you want to have a mid zone, right? I think you should probably be like flat zone, mid zone, or mid zone, deep zone. It shouldn't be deep zone, flat zone. That's how I feel about it. And it's not even like it's deep zone, it's deep out zone, so you are somewhat limited. Although most of your cornerback opportunities are in a deep out zone. But I feel like it is kind of a wasted. Like you can, like, pick artist is still valuable, but it's not as valuable, and you're wasting an outside shade ability. So I feel like that combined with his, with his weakness against the run, that I just trashed Deion Sanders for, it needs to be consistent here. And his X factor is universal coverage, which I guess that kind of does turn to a man-to-man, but it doesn't increase reaction time, which is the big deal with KOs because they react so fast. So I'm gonna leave Nnamdi there. Drop a comment down below. Did I do Nnamdi Asomugha dirty? Did I? Drop a comment down below. Let me know. And coming in at number 1, no surprise here. It's, of course, Richard Sherman. I actually want to see what this boost here. Oh, +1 speed for full Legion of Boom, which is actually pretty good for Bobby Wagner. I mean, not really. Doesn't make that big of a difference for Bobby Wagner. Unless you have like a 25 Seattle team. But, hey, pretty good. And it does get Sherman actually to 99 speed, which I guess is also a big deal if you're not using a Seattle team. But Legion of Boom chems, I mean, look at the stats here. Damn, okay. Crazy 6'3", 194, 195. I shortchanged him there. He might wake up at 194 some days. But pretty big pick artist. Abilities, the X factors are honestly not that great. And I think would have probably put this card much further ahead of the pack. Like if he had, I mean, Universal's good, but I would have liked to see like a reinforcement, which would have helped the first to run or something like that would have been great. Or maybe like imagine, I mean, he does get secure tackle. Imagine like a secure tackler like X Factor. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. But it doesn't make actually any sense. But for the abilities, again, you're able to go flat zone, mid zone, which is great. But then you can't go secure tackler, which is another problem there. But it gives you the option to go deep zone, mid zone, or flat zone, mid zone, or secure tackler, mid, like whatever you feel like that you need to do. You can do it with Richard Sherman. I would have loved to have seen that one last ability slot. Just one more would have been crazy because you would have been able to go deep zone, mid zone, flat zone for one, like Palomalu gets, or even deep zone, mid zone, secure. If you had one more ability set up, you probably would have been. Look at next up, bro. This dude's in my chat all the time, bro. Okay, now he's farming. The dude is farming. Next up is literally farming right now on mud.gg. Shout out to him though. But yeah, we'd like to see one more bucket. That would put him further ahead, and do expect them to add third buckets to 99 overalls more consistently as they've already done this before. But Sherman, number 1, I think the size and the tackling stats are a big deal, and the option for secure tackler and the option to have a deep zone and mid zone or even mid zone, flat zone for free, I think is big. Does get universal coverage, X factor, and pretty big pick artist, which does make a big difference with him being 6'3", with his size. So couldn't talk there. But our top 5 cornerbacks today, I do think I might get dragged a little bit for having Chris Harris so high because of his height, but trust me, use the card. You'll see it. You got to see it to believe it. You haven't tried them out yet. So Sherman, Harris, Woolen, Brian Branch, and Deion Sanders are our top 5 cornerbacks right now in Madden 24. A much different top 5 than I had coming into the video, but I'm pretty happy with it after kind of talking everything through. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. Of course, as always, thank you for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you boys in the next one.